Concord is dead as hell. You're probably wondering, Jay, you have never talked about Concord ever when it comes down to it. Why are you suddenly bringing it up now? Because, one, we haven't talked about the whole DEI and ESG initiative for like a long ass period of time. And so, anytime that they fail is a victory for us. Mainly because that means one less game that's out there where we don't have to see random agenda bullshit that happens to come through for whatever dumbass reason, like someone smoking crack in the corner. So when it comes down to it, it is a victory. Huge money loss on Sony though, right? But a victory when it comes down to it. Now, obviously, Concord, if you've seen even a fraction of that game, you immediately will be like, yeah, this is not it. Because you got characters that don't look appealing, you got weird ass lore of robots that are having genders or whatever. I don't know. I didn't pay too much attention. And then so many other things about the game too. I think there was also like hard wait times for different matches to take place because there's only so many people playing the game. And that was like a whole nother thing. And it's just like, yeah, this has the recipe to die. And that's essentially what the hell happened. Now, when it comes down to it, don't think that, oh, this whole game is going to be a super heavy loss, how will Sony recover type thing, because literally on the 6th, that's the same day as they shutting that down, guess what else is coming out? Astrobot, which, looking at some of the stuff from Astrobot, looking at some of the robots that's going to be in that damn game, it's going to be a banger. It's going to be a banger game, so they're going to make some money back from that whole Concord loss, so, you know, they'll be fine. But when it comes down to it, of just this game in particular, this is good. And mainly what's going to be good about this whole situation is most likely Astrobot will sell well, and it will honestly get a lot more people into playing that game. And again, it will give, hopefully, Sony an idea as to be like, damn, so people really like Astrobot, but not our greatest game, our love of our life, Concord? Interesting. Hopefully from this situation that you don't sit here and, you know, make an 8-year development ass game and then try to market it out like it's the greatest shit of all time when it really wasn't. And this is why I feel like, too, it's not that hard to make an idea for a good game, right? There's been so many games over the years that has happened, that existed, that is peak as hell, but it's not necessarily anything like, you know, overly deeply thought out about, unless in certain cases, then yeah, you do got those, but it's not anything like on a Concord situation or something considering the modern audience and stuff like that. And even when games successfully do that, it's not necessarily on that type of level where we have to, you know, add in this stereotype or this sort of region and that sort of place and all that type of stuff, right? And it's just not that hard to do that. It's really not. Keep in mind too, Concord is like I want to say like a over $100 million game, basically just dead in 2 weeks, pretty much. It's just something that you don't want to necessarily see as a company, but hopefully maybe this will get people to kind of wake up, be like, all right, let's stop with the DEI bullshit, let's actually make games that doesn't have that shit and just start taking risks, honestly, because we keep doing this shit, we keep losing money, and we keep getting folded every single time, and we keep looking like shit in front of all of our other competitors, much less in front of the customers and everybody else as well, right? And that's like a whole nother thing to think about. And it kind of makes you really look at the whole gaming space as a whole, and you're like, well, the Western market effing sucks. No wonder why you got so many other different marketplaces now, really of like gaming devs to kind of come through and cook with their games, right? Because you seeing Wukong failing? I don't see Wukong failing. You seeing Elden Ring failing? I don't see that shit either. Do you see any game from China super heavily, or any game for Korea failing as hard as it is in the West? I don't see anything like that. I don't. You know why you don't see anything like that? It's mainly because they are going to do whatever the hell they want to do and not be controlled by, oh, you gotta add this amount of characters for this diversity and that type of stuff and things like that. It's not about that. People often forget gaming at the end of the day is supposed to be fun and entertaining and not give you 1,000 million things about how modern things are now. And that's just how it is, right? It is about having a joyful experience. And what also is a problem when it comes down to it too is that you have people in these high positions of these companies who are not people that play games. They are people that are business people. They focus on finances and things of that sort. They're not people like the 90s where they just make whatever and hopefully it works out and such, which is why people look at the 90s with such high regard and high recognition. And when it comes down to it, it makes sense because people that started those companies were people that just enjoyed media and games and such like that. Nowadays, you don't got that, and you got people that went to college, don't necessarily play games like that, and just kind of do whatever to kind of keep the business afloat. And then this is how you get dumbass decisions like this a lot of the damn time. There's no passion into these games that come out anymore too much. There is no soul to them, especially and mainly on the west side of the gaming space. And really, if you're looking for passion, even sometimes Japan with their games, they don't even give you what you're looking for. And once again, just like how it was with Japan back in the day, now it's like, damn, we gotta go to China and Korea to kind of see the games and see the stuff that we have never seen before, or look for experiences that we have not gotten in a while. And that's what it feels like, right? Even with China being on this regulations of not being able to show a lot of crazy stuff as it wants to and doing certain things, they still know how to just be like, huh, I'll take your audience, I'll take that. You want to see some titty? We can show you some titty over here. Not too much because China get mad, but hey, we can help you out in that department. I promise you, if you put some Chinese devs in Japan or in other places, I promise you, they will kick ass in the gaming market and they will just take over. I'm not even joking. But yeah, just keep it a stack. That's literally how I feel. But when it comes down to this whole Concord thing, obviously, this game was destined to fail the moment it came on. And the fact that it didn't do shit for 2 weeks and it got killed like that is literally not surprising. Honestly, there is so many good IPs that's out there, actually good IPs, that still haven't been used in a long ass period of time. Hell, Sony had a whole ass studio, Japan studio, that was, you know, maybe not cooking up bangers every time, but they had a lot of good shit that was there and good people that was there. And then they killed that studio and basically just, you know, robbed those type of devs and really just, you know, Japanese devs that was working on shit, and that's how it kind of went. So when it comes down to it, keep taking all this modern audience, keep taking all this, you know, new age, it's a new time, it's better than a different time stuff, all that type of stuff. You can have all that stuff you want to, but you're gonna consistently lose money. People are gonna be burned out from making games because it's gonna be literally the only thing that they put out there. And at the end of the day, it's just gonna ruin, you know, the Western market even further, where we could have games that's been good and pretty damn decent instead of actual trash that no one wants to touch from a 10-inch hole. Just gonna throw that out there as well. But that's really all I want to say for this one. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on the way out. Also follow me on social so you can like to donate to the channel. Kofi and Cash App, it's available as well. And until then, it's boy Jay signing off. Have a blessed day.